Hi, this is Heather from Coloruza.com, and I'm going to show you how I depot the Smashbox eyeshadows so that I can put them into either my MAC palette or my Z palette, which holds, this one, the small one, holds up to 9, and the larger one holds up to 28. Okay, so I have my Smashbox shadow. I have a sharp knife, so be very careful. You can also use an X-Acto knife. I have a lighter, and I have a magnet that I'm going to put on the bottom. It's good to use a paper towel underneath because this can get kind of messy. So I have my Smashbox shadow with the lid closed because, as you know, if you have Smashbox, it's like you have to unscrew the lid. So the lid's closed and pretty tight on there. I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to put it in between the lid and the shadow. And I'm going to pry off the bottom. So see, the bottom comes out. So I can't use my same method that I use with MAC shadows, which is my iron, because this has that lip to the bottom and my iron won't get all the way inside. So I have to use a lighter to loosen the glue. Okay, now I don't need the lid anymore, so I'm going to take the lid off. Put it to the side. I'm going to use some tongs to hold my shadow with so that I don't burn my fingers. And I get a pretty good grip. Now, this is the hard part, I think, is actually getting the lighter to be inside and not on the edge. So this takes a little finessing. But if you can come to the side, you can kind of see how I'm going to hold the lighter to be right underneath, if possible. And it takes a little while for the flame, but I don't want to hold the flame too close. You'll start to see vapors of burning plastic. And burning plastic is toxic, so be very careful. Make sure you're in a well-ventilated room. If you do this in the bathroom, try to do it with the door open or give yourself an air brake. So the sides of the plastic are starting to melt a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to test it. So I put it on my paper towel, and it's probably going to kind of melt to the paper towel, which is why I used it. Okay, now I'm going to see if I can pry out the shadow. And if not, then I just have to return with the flame longer. It means the glue's not melted yet. Okay, so I'm getting a little resistance. Oop, there it goes. So what I did is I used the point of the knife to really kind of hold onto the pan itself and just kind of pull it out. And here it is. And I don't want to touch it because it's going to be hot. So I kind of just maneuver it over to the side. Okay. This is actually stuck to my paper towel, so because it was melted plastic. So I used a paper towel and so it didn't stick to my towel piece. Okay, now I put the magnet onto the metal part. You can also get these magnets from zpalette.com. They do sell the little magnets to go on the bottom. And now I'm going to take the bottom half of the Smashbox shadow and get the sticker off so that I can label it. Okay, for this, I'm going to put this off to the side. For this, I'm going to use my iron and some parchment paper. I'm going to fold the parchment paper in half so that it's double layered because these stickers are, I guess, weaker, I would say, than the MAC stickers. So I'm going to double up my parchment paper. I'm going to put my iron on top, and my iron is set on the lowest setting, which is for cotton. I'm going to hold it there for 10 seconds or so. Okay, that might be enough already. Just double check. See, it starts to goes through onto the sticker itself. So, gotta be careful with these Smashbox stickers. They're not fantastic quality. And that's not to say that their shadows are not, because their shadows are pretty good. So, alright, now I'm going to peel the sticker off. And again, this is just so I can identify the color name later. I can still see that it's Smashbox. I can still see the name, which is Torch, one of my favorite oranges. Okay, and then I'm going to stick that into my Z palette. I already have a MAC shadow here, and this is another Smashbox shadow, so you can see that they're exactly the same size, and they would both fit into the regular MAC palettes as well. And there you have it. Okay? Thanks for watching my depotting of Smashbox eyeshadow, and be sure to tune into coloruza.com for the latest looks and reviews and tutorials.